This episode opens with Rusty. Oh boy, do I like Rusty. I think he's pretty cool. He stops for a drink of water as Thomas passes by and realizes that his driver doesn't look too hot. Rusty asks him what's the matter, and his driver responds that they need another engine to help run the line. And so Rusty suggests that they get a Bluebell engine. He then encounters Douglas and Percy. Oh my god! Bro has seen better days. Rusty suggests to Douglas that he tries to find another engine where he found Oliver.
The fucking scrapyard!
Douglas then says, "Hey, I'm not sure about that, Chief." And Rusty's like, "Okay, fuck you then." But later that night, his driver's like, "Hey, let's go to the fucking scrapyard." And Rusty's like, "Okay," and then they go. And apparently it takes them an entire day to get there because it's sunrise when they start and it's night when they get there. So a bunch of Diesels are here for whatever reason, including Daisy, Diesel, and Mavis, but none of them talk, except for this mysterious voice that is telling Rusty to leave. It's really fucking weird. And then Rusty finds this old engine named Stepney, who's just sitting there next to all these train corpses, and his driver is still there. Rusty introduces himself and gives him the offer. Stephanie's like, "Hell yeah, get me out of here." They put some coal in him, and the two are off in this really cool looking shot.
Like, the moon shouldn't look that big, but fuck it, it's cool!
The episode ends with everybody giving Stepney a warm welcome, even though they were just about to fucking kill him. And hey, he's partnering with Rusty on the branch line. And now, after 15 episodes in a row, we finally get an episode focusing on the character whose name is in the fucking title. Thomas is talking to Percy about how marvelous his branch line is, and Percy then states, actually, Stephanie's is better. He's an engine from far away, and Sir Topham Hatt says that he's going to be visiting us. And Thomas is like, "Hey, fuck you." And hey, we look at that, it's Stephanie, the one and only. So Stephanie's complaining to Rusty about how short his branch line really is and how much he wants a longer run. And so Rusty says, "What the fuck are you complaining to me for? Tell your driver." And so Stepney tells his driver, and his driver says, "Pack your bags, we're going to Disneyland." And by Disneyland, I mean Knapford Station. Everyone's super excited to see Stepney, except for Thomas, who's being a real pain in the ass about it. "Oh, my branch line's better. I'm the number one engine. My name's in the title." Timing was on Thomas's side, however, because just as he leaves, Stepney arrives. He gets to working with Duck right away. However, once Thomas arrives late at night, he says he has lots to do. He's very busy now. But then an alarm goes off at the station, and Thomas has to stop in order for another train to pass. Thomas is not pleased. And to add insult to injury, the other train was Stephanie. Womp womp. The next morning, Thomas is still pissed about what happened last night, until Stephanie comes by and apologizes and explains that a special visitor came by and wanted a special train, and that special train just so happened to be Stephanie. Thomas accepts the apology, and the two are now friends. These episodes are actually pretty decent. I'll be fully honest, this is so far the first character we've encountered in this show that I do not remember at all. Like, I straight up do not remember Stephanie's existence. Maybe he was created later and it was inserted into my brain. Ooh. Or I just don't remember because I was a small child. But regardless, these episodes aren't terrible. Even if the first one brought back some trauma from Oliver's first episode. Seriously, why do they keep fucking doing this with the whole scrapyard shit?